This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
So, a Taylor Swift fan was horrified to discover that the ticket she had purchased to go and see her had disappeared from her Ticketek account. Just gone. And it was a system glitch, apparently. And once she shamed them on Twitter, they actually overcompensated and upgraded her, gave her great ticket.
Because she already had bought VIP tickets, so these must be VIPP.
Oh, stop it.
So Christian's in Byford. Hey, Christian.
Hi, how are you?
Good,
Hey,
buddy.
Christian.
So we're talking about this magical thing that doesn't happen to us, and that's when you were wronged, and then the wrong was righted, but they went over the top with
Plus
it.
GST.
What happened?
Yeah, this was definitely plus GST. So it was a few years ago. I think probably when I was single and living alone. I was one of those people that call up and do phone orders for food.
Yes.
Yes.
This was at a point where everyone was doing the cheeky Nando's. So
Oh, mate, we went through a
calling
Nando's phase, don't worry.
Yeah, there was always big queues. So I thought, I call up. I'm always one of those people that plans ahead. So I called up and the girl answers the phone and he says, "Can you just hold for a second?" I went, "Yeah, no worries." Sort of lost track of time waiting. And
That happens when you're single, Sean, by the way. Time just stands still. You don't even know anything. You don't have daylight or anything. Anyway, Christian.
Yeah. So I've looked at my phone and it said that I'm about 10 minutes into this call, and I thought, geez, that's a long time to be waiting for Nando.
Oh, definitely.
So I thought, well, it is only around the corner, so I'll hop in the car and I'll just go down there.
Yeah.
While still on the phone.
Yeah, well, I'm still on the phone. I didn't want to just hang up.
Well, he was.
that'd be rude.
He was very concerned about his food.
Yeah, so I've driven down there. I've walked in the store. There was a pretty big queue, so I thought I'll hang on. I'll just wait here. Still on the phone. Got to the front of the queue,
This is well
and
played.
the girl
Yep.
says, "Hi, can I take your order?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, would you mind just picking up the phone first?" And she goes, "Oh, yeah, that's right." Walks over to the phone, picks it up, and I said, "Yeah, hi, I'd like to place an order." She just looked back at me.
Brilliant.
Like, oh, my God.
Yes.
And the manager just happened to be sort of within earshot,
Yeah.
and he'd heard the whole thing, and he just said, "Oh, mate, what do you want to eat? It's on the house."
Hey,
Sure, that's
Christian.
the best cheeky Nando's ever.
Oh,
What
my
did you
God.
go for, Christian?
Everything.
Well, you would have gone a couple of rounds of the seriously large chips, Sean.
Jeez, you would have got a whole chook.
I went chicken hummus sphere with half chicken in mild and the peri-peri chips.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about
Righto,
you? Really should have
Christian.
chucked one of those pitas in there, the BLT
Oh,
pitas.
yeah,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
good.
They
Yeah,
are
yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
delicious. And then while you're there, you know what? You're not going to make any enemies if you have paella.
But yeah.
Thanks, Christian. That's a
That
ripper.
was
Well played,
awesome.
son. Kylie's in Armidale. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
Nathan?
Kylie.
Kyles.
Hi, honey.
Okay, when were you wronged, but a company made up for it by writing it plus some?
So I did order for Christmas for my perfume, and I did it on order to come and be delivered.
Yeah.
So anyway, I opened it up, and it was wrong. It was the wrong perfume.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, bloody hell. I didn't want to go to the shop at Christmas time.
No.
I was so annoyed. So jump in my car, go to Garden City, and give this poor lady a hard time. And I said, no, this is not the right perfume. This is the one I want. So she opened the drawer where all their samples are.
Yes.
So I said, there it is. There's my perfume. She goes, no, it's discontinued now. It doesn't. We don't sell it anymore. I said, but I can see it. It's right there. I didn't care. I'll take the sample bottle because there hadn't been much taken out.
Yes.
So she said, oh, okay. But the cap's missing. I said, I don't care. So she said, okay, we'll give you the sample bottle, and for your trouble, we'll refund your perfume as well.
Oh!
So I got...
You got an
I
almost
got a
full bottle of perfume for free.
Yeah, but no lid.
Yeah.
No lid.
The perfume's like $160.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
come on, Kylie.
Kylie.
Tell us, what is the perfume?
It's Da Vinci, very irresistible.
Oh, and they don't make it anymore.
No, and then I just went over to New York Christmas Gone, and they have it there, so I got more.
Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic.
too many people over in Australia and WA in particular becoming too irresistible, so it's a
That's
problem.
true.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
that is
amazing,
true.
though.
It
But
is
now Kylie seems to have the only Australian merchandise in the whole country.
Oh, they're coming for her left, right and
Yeah,
centre.
that's right,
Kylie.
because she's irresistible
You
now.
can get a little trestle table outside of your
Yeah.
house and offer people squirt.
We are talking about when you get really good compensation from a company. It amazes us
You
when
know
they right the wrongs, but do it properly instead of under-delivering, which is what happens to us.
It's happened once, and we were in a group when it happened to me, and but the overcompensation turned out to be a punishment. When we were out for lunch, remember, Sean? And I was displeased with the spaghetti and meatballs.
And so Sean complained on your behalf.
They tasted watery, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I got everyone to try it first, and everyone said, "Nah, these are rubbish." So then, the chef comes out. No, the waitress comes out, and Sean goes on a rant saying how disgusted we all are with the dish and how bad it is. So then next minute she walks away. I've sunk into my chair just going, "Oh, get me out of here." And then the chef has come out to personally apologise and then said, "Have you ordered dessert?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, I said, "What are you having?" I said, "Tiramisu." So I was waiting, and he goes, "All right, no worries." Anyway, then to overcompensate for the watery spaghetti and meatballs, he brought out, I'm not exaggerating, a wheelbarrow full of tiramisu.
I mean, you're slightly exaggerating.
It was about the wheelbarrow, Sean.
It was a decent serve.
It was a wheelbarrow. It definitely served at Bunnings.
It's more than four people could eat.
And then just with a spoon, and then I felt like, because they were amending, righting a wrong. I had to eat it all.
Yeah.
Remember, Sean?
It's coming out your ears.
Those Play-Doh machines that kids have when you squeeze it, and then Play-Doh comes out of their eyes.
Except tiramisu.
The tiramisu fountain.
Michelle's in Joondalup, everyone. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, good morning.
Michelle.
Okay, Michelle, when were you wronged? But it's okay because they righted it plus GST.
Plus
what
some
happened?
tiramisu.
Well, we had organised a family birthday dinner at TGI Fridays, and it was like a new branch. So I think they were probably still teething. But regardless, it was an unmitigated disaster. Like, absolutely. Problems with meals, wrong food that was cold. They forgot stuff. We had to keep reminding them. It was a disaster.
Yep.
But there were 12 of us, and we had entrees, mains, desserts, and drinks. They ended up giving us the entire bill for free. Because it had been such a disaster. And then as we were leaving, the manager gave us a $150 voucher to come back and try again.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
See, you've got to give them a go then.
You got a free substandard meal, but a voucher for the next one. That's pretty good. That's the way it should be done. That's how you do it.
Not just that, because you were really fair then. You said they've just opened, it's a fresh new store, and there will be kinks. And having a large table at a fresh new store is a lot of pressure. That's a way to keep, and you keep going back, don't you, after that?
Oh, we gave them another chance. We gave it a few months.
And how'd they go?
Sort of let the kinks go. They were much better.
Yeah.
To be fair, much, much better.
But
yeah, it was like cocktails and desserts and everything. Like,
you killed it.
Yeah, no, you did.
Probably close to $300 at least.
Yes, Michelle.
That's how it's done, everybody.
Oh, that was
Thanks,
so
Michelle. Tracy, hello.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Great, Trace. Okay, what happened?
Well, I was holidaying in the States a couple of years ago, and we went into a Coach store in Maryland. And we went in there, and they were really busy, so they said to me, like, I picked out a bag. They said, look, come back in 20 minutes. We'll have it all packed up, ready for you to go.
Yeah.
So we went off, did a bit more shopping, came back, and they'd packaged it in their beautiful Coach box, everything like that.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about it. We went back to the hotel, and I just packed it away in our suitcase, didn't think about it for the next 4 weeks. We got back to Perth, unwrapped everything, and they had packaged the wrong bag.
Tracy.
I know.
Mate.
So what I did is I actually gave them a phone call, and they remembered me because being Australian in the US.
Yes.
Hey, it's like, hi, how are you? I'm like, yeah, great, except you guys are giving me the wrong bag. It's like, oh, no, so sorry. Look, can you send some pictures to us, email them through, and we'll have a look what we can do. So did all that. She called me back the next day and said, look, what we're going to do is we're going to send you out like a prepaid bag, put it in there, send it back to the US, and we'll send you your correct bag. I'm like, okay, no problem. I can deal with that. Awesome.
Fair.
So the next day she rang me back and then said, unfortunately, because of some international laws, we're not allowed to send you any goods.
What?
So what we're going to do instead is we're going to refund you what you paid for the bag, and you can keep the bag.
Oh. So then you got a free Coach bag.
How much is a Coach bag?
How much was it?
$600.
How much?
$600.
Yeah.
Nice. Cheese and rice.
See that? I mean, it's not the one you wanted, but still, it's a free bag.
Oh, you still get your money to
I
buy
know.
that one.
I tell you what, once the price is free, that's the one you want.
Yeah.
That's the bag you want.
That's my new favourite.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
in the house at the moment, the one and only Dilruk Jayasinha. Now, Dilruk, you know that you are part of the fabric here at Nova 937, right? I know that you are aware of this.
No, refresh my memory.
I will refresh your memory.
Well, firstly, we just want to know, did your social media take a spike at what month was that?
Probably October, November.
October. Did you notice a lot of people?
I think I know what this is. Yeah. Keep going. Let's just say yes. There was a little bit of a blip.
Yes.
Well, have a listen to this.
Yeah.
Are you going to play it? Mystery Voices, Harry? Oh, Harry, Jesus. Harry, you've never seen a more stunned mullet.
That was great,
Harry, I've travelled all the way from the east for this moment, Harry.
My God. So quickly, he packed so quickly, he forgot his shoes.
Okay. I'll just dump off 10 seconds.
I've never seen someone like a deer in headlights, just like, what are you looking at?
Maybe now.
I listened to
Nova.
Play it again.
I listened to
Nova.
That was Nova's Mystery Voices. And the last one, number 4, is you, of course. And you've never had your name mispronounced so many times as people having a stab at that.
But there were guesses, right?
They got it. The funny thing is,
the first one to go off, actually.
That's usually the case with me as well, especially on Valentine's Day.
But it was really funny because everyone was trying to say your last name and they were approaching it ever so gingerly because they didn't want to be racist.
That's
exactly what it was out like.
On the record, everyone's forgiven with the name Jayasinha and the mispronunciations because for starters, it actually isn't phonetic. Like in Sri Lanka, most of the time Jayasinha is spelled differently.
Yeah.
Because my one doesn't have a G in it. It should have a G.
Yes.
And it's like a Sinha. And some people think it's Spanish, like Sinha, like Pina and stuff. No, it's Sinha, but it's just spelled in a weird way. So everybody's forgiven, mispronounced, as long as people are talking about it. I don't care.
They
got mentioned a lot.
But I genuinely remember that it was like, it's a weird feeling, like going, is that a recognizable voice now? Because, for me, I'm still the idiot open micer from Sri Lanka. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a proud moment. Forget the Logie. This was my biggest achievement, I reckon.
People are up to it from day one.
Forget the Logie.
All right, Harry, now play the next thing, Harry.
To mention
I listened to
Nova. Hey, Dilruk, your show pre-loved. So a lot of it's to do with the breakup, right? Which we knew you had a relationship over here. So is this the Taylor Swift thing where you have a relationship, you get to write an album, or you write a new show?
You make heaps of money off it.
Well, that's the hope. But no, to be honest, it's not so much about the breakup specifically because, my ex and I remember talking to you guys. She was a local girl from WA. Yeah. It was a very painful breakup, but it was like, we can both see that this is the right thing to do.
So and my mum's recovering okay, so it's fine.
Well, she had a second there,
my mum.
I just could see that the inheritance wasn't coming as well as I thought. Saltburn style. Saltburn style. But no, so it actually, the breakup is just very briefly mentioned at the top of the show. The rest of it is just me, like how I was spiraling out, trying to make sense of, and just like trying all kinds of alternative therapies that I went through between, wellness retreats to Bali to perhaps maybe a bit more, illegal substances that aren't talkable on radio, but like just it's a pizza toppings.
The health retreat. Did you buy into it?
Like mushrooms, but
Dilruk, the health retreats, people go on them all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Well,
great.
you know what it
changed my life.
It's eat, pray, love.
Yeah. To be honest, it was more like eat, cry, wank for me. There's a lot of pride,
Oh, God, you need to write that as a book to give the guys alternative. And then you get all these guys going out during the day riding an elephant and then going home and riding their hand.
The thing is, the entire book is in the title. It's telling
Yeah. You don't want to get to the third quote.
Flesh it out a bit.
But it was just about all those things that I did just to try and feel better because, I do have a therapist, but I was like, this is beyond that. This I haven't gone through heartbreak. Do you know what I mean? This is like my first proper relationship, so it was a very challenging one.
Well, when people are going through heartbreak, or suddenly it's this mountain that you can't climb over. When did you start realizing that you were healing?
Probably last night's show. I think. Did it. No, I suppose, again, it's a process. And I think it comes in waves as well.
Yeah.
Like, you go through a certain point and then, suddenly you're like, oh, hang on, I'm starting to miss that again. Honestly, it's very similar to when I quit drinking. Because it's this thing where you go, okay, I know I love it, but it's not healthy for me in the long term. And you say, okay, I make a decision, I'm not going to do it. But the further you go away from the decision, you're like, was it that bad? Let's just have another let's just see what's happening out there.
My favourite thing as well is when you're going through like a really bad breakup, and mine's, of course, years and years ago, but there was one particular point.
How is my mum, by the way?
She's wonderful. She's a powerful lover. But I remember when I had this big breakup and I was sitting there, when you catch yourself in a pathetic moment, so then afterwards you always look back and go, oh, God, what a loser. Right. I was sitting there and I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and it was an episode where Willow was leaving, Oz was leaving Willow because he was a werewolf and he was transforming. And I broke down in tears. I'm like, oh, Willow, I know what it's like. Did you have a pathetic moment?
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I've not thought about this. I might add this to the show. Yeah. But it's true. I knew that I was not doing well because I started tearing up in a happy way when I saw, this is really maybe problematic to say, but I saw a junkie couple hold each other. And I was like, oh, I want to be them.
Hey, man, when you're jealous of the
I can't start scratching up my arm, but I want to be them.
I swear to God, I saw them and I started tearing up going, oh, they look so happy.
So I want to know, have you, as a comedian, ever taken another comedian as a lover?
My God.
Can two comedians be together, and what would that be like?
I personally haven't, and I don't think I ever could, purely because of my ego. Because
you want to be the funniest person in the relationship.
Oh, not so much about that, because I'm not even the funniest person in my family. My brother is funnier than me. You know what I mean? He just doesn't have my insecurities of needing other people's approval. Yeah. He's just happy being funny just to our family. Yes. You know what I mean? So that part of it, no, it's more like just in terms of either way. Like, if I have a good gig and they have a bad gig, then I feel like I can't celebrate, and I'll feel like, oh, come on, it's not my fault you had a shit one. And then vice versa. You know what I mean?
Would you also be paranoid as if, you make beautiful, beautiful love, and then straight away after she goes over and grabs a little notebook and starts writing stuff in there?
See, now that when you put it like that, it does sound fun, because I love the collaborative part when people come up with ideas and you riff and stuff. But maybe that'd be nice. You make, as you said, beautiful love, and then you start cracking jokes and making material. That does sound like the dream situation for someone like me. But no, I think I'd find it difficult to navigate my ego with that situation.
Are you back on the dating wagon then?
I'm back. I'm back on all the apps like Tinder and Hinge and Uber Eats, and just you got to roll the dice whenever you can. Get 2 pizzas, hopefully.
So you have a couple of bios up on the apps?
Oh, bios? What do you mean? Like I'm not selling myself like an auction.
But isn't that what you do? Don't you have a bio on a dating app?
I thought you said bio too.
Like
bio. So what did your bio say? What does it say?
My bio says, this is interesting. My bio says not currently not looking for a relationship, looking for something casual, and because I think that's the responsible thing when you're going through post breakup, you'd want to be as transparent as possible. But I feel like I get a few judgy vibes on there. So if you're like, because it's like, I'm saying, hey, emotionally unavailable, heartbroken, but still want to have a little bit of heavy petting.
They think you're an F boy,
right? But I'm not. No, I'm an ethical slut. That's what I am. That's just giving you all the information before buyer beware almost. And also, side note, if your listeners are on Tinder, first of all, say hi, don't be rude. Secondly, more importantly, stop reporting my account.
I was going to say, because people think you're impersonating you.
Right. So I'm at this weird stage of fame where people think they know me, but they don't, because I haven't talked about my breakup publicly. And all of a sudden, people see me there, report it, screenshot it, send it to me going, hey, someone's pretending to be you.
I know.
Like, no, dickhead, that's me. Like,
I know. And show your sister.
Stop flattering me.
That they think that strangers would pretend to be you to get laid on Tinder.
I love it. Right? It's so good. But no, it's just me. That's like I didn't realize I need to be verified for Tinder now. Yeah. It's my new charity, Blue Ticks for Blue Balls. Just trying to raise awareness.
Dilruk, have you had better luck on one than the other? Because some people say Hinge might be
so what's in the mix right now? So there's Tinder, Hinge, Bumble.
And there's one called
Grindr.
Field, which is which is relatively unknown. And there's Grindr as well, I'll dabble later.
Sure,
but right now,
he's not there yet.
Not there yet. But Field is one which is relatively new,
What's
which
that
is
about?
for like non-traditional lifestyles. So it's things like people are into polyamory and BDSM and stuff like that.
As in playing the field.
Yeah, and me being there saying that I'm looking for something casual is so vanilla.
Yeah, that's right.
They look at me like, oh, Bubba, that's so cute.
But why don't they look at you and go, "There's a good opportunity to grab hold of this bloke and whip him into shape"?
Quite literally.
So Field. And so you signed up for Field as well.
I love it because it's the thing I love about that is everyone's just so brutally honest there about exactly what they're looking for, and if you don't meet the criteria, that's fine. No offense. Move chug along. You know, and I like that because even me saying, I'm quite vanilla, but they're like, yeah, fair enough, good on you, good luck with your journey, but no, we want to tie each other up and do some other stuff here. You
But
know,
also, some of them as well look at something vanilla and go, what sprinkle's going to put on there?
mold.
That's right. That's true.
So that's actually quite a good play.
good point, mate. What is wrong with vanilla? It's a great flavour.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Yesterday, her boyfriend won the Super Bowl, you might be aware. But that's got the conspiracy theorists frothing.
Yes.
Because they reckon the whole thing, the relationship, her winning Grammys, him winning the Super Bowl is all just a conspiracy in order for them to endorse Joe Biden and therefore win the election for the Democrats.
Joe Biden did throw some fuel on the fire yesterday by tweeting, just like we drew it up, which is actually the funniest thing. Well, he didn't do it because he wouldn't know how to tweet. His people in his camp have done. Yes. We are talking about, we don't want to speak to conspiracy theorists. We want to speak to people that know one.
That's right, because knowing one and being adjacent to one is tricky.
Can we quickly get Harry and Sam over to the phone? Come over here, guys, because you blew me away. We have worked with you every day for so long. Talk to me about what you believe.
This is not even a conspiracy theory. The truth is that 9/11 was an inside job. The
Absolutely was. An inside job.
What's your evidence?
Well, obviously they were justifying the invasion of Afghanistan and Iraq. And I tell you what, there's so many scientific facts behind this.
Didn't they invade Iraq afterwards?
So they decided to sacrifice like 5,000 people.
Absolutely.
And
devastate. I'm not talking. This. I mean, I can't say
the
this
World
is
Trade
a fact,
Center.
but the whole thing is so suspicious. When the plane hit the second tower. Like, where was George Bush? He was reading to kids in kindergarten with, camera crews on it. It was just, like, the
that's your
perfect
evidence.
What are you talking about? You're always reading to kids with a camera crew on them.
No. The president. It was just suspicious.
What are you
You need to watch this documentary.
Have you both watched this documentary?
Tower 7.
Then I'm not watching
Watch
it.
Tower 7. The pre-read controlled demolition of Tower 7 is mind-blowing.
No.
There was just too much on the line for the states, to invade Iraq and Afghanistan. Like,
Covering up documents.
You
documents.
You know anything. You're so funny.
FBI building.
So now we can't respect them. That's what happens.
So
it's a chain reaction.
far, our call is winning.
Let's chat to Elise. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
A bit puzzled, Elise.
Is there a conspiracy theorist in your life, Elise?
Oh, unfortunately, yes. Next to conspiracy theory in the dictionary is a photo of my brother.
Okay, exciting. So, how old is he right now? What is he?
51.
51. All right.
And what does he believe?
Yeah. He believes that the world governments are trying to kill us all off with the COVID vaccine, that it contains the AIDS virus and all this other nonsense.
So now anyone that's been jabbed has AIDS?
Yeah, it's a death jab. We're going to die.
Righto. Okay.
More people died from COVID than died from the vaccine, but okay.
It's not even close, actually.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Continue.
And where's your peer-reviewed articles? But anyway, let's not go there. That's another argument. He believes that he lives in Sydney, and he believes that the government come along and feed the clouds to make it rain. And every time they have an excessive amount of rain, it's because the government have been feeding the clouds.
So when there were all those floods...
Feeding.
So, so the floods over East, the government did that. Because
to keep them... Why did they want to do that to the people?
Well,
who knows? They're trying to kill everybody off.
But then there's no one left to govern. What would be the end result of that?
There is no logic to these arguments.
I know. How frustrating for you, Elise. And you're a family member. You can't cut them off.
No, the COVID thing, a lot of people were talking about that whilst the COVID situation was happening, and whatever. But
there is only one governing body that controls the cloud, and that is Apple.
That's right.
Well, you once got a phone call from the cloud,
I got a
so
phone
you know.
call from the cloud.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Wow, Elise. Good luck at family gatherings. That must be a bit of a challenge.
And you'll have blood related to him.
At least he lives in a different state.
Oh, I
That's the
love
saving
that.
grace.
Hey,
isn't it?
Tracy.
Hi, how you going?
Good, Trace.
Okay. Is there a conspiracy theorist in your life, Trace?
Yes, and he came from my womb.
He came from your womb.
Oh, so your child is a conspiracy theorist. What do they believe?
He's 7.
Yep.
Well, he's 7.
Yep,
And
7.
he came to me at 7 when he was 6.5, and he said, Mum, I've got a question. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Where babies come from? No. Have you ever seen baby pigeons? And I was like, well, I haven't. No. Why? Okay. Well, I think you need to know. I said, what do I need to know? They're robots, Mum. Sent from the government.
Robot pigeons.
Spine us.
Because we've never seen a baby one.
Yeah?
Never seen a baby pigeon in the wild. It's because they're bred in captivity by breeders to spy on us and send back information from them.
Okay, so they're not built. They're not built as robots, just as
they're not machines.
But they are nurtured in some government facilities, nurseries, and then I'm guessing some robotic cybernetic chips are put in them to surveil us.
They're like robot spies, apparently.
Like robots.
Okay.
So we're talking about chickens. Pigeon cyborgs.
Probably the chickens too. To be honest.
Trace, he needs to come out to Sue and Henry's place. That's my mum and dad's, and see them live.
Babies.
From eggs to babies to adults, flying around, living their life with no chips in them whatsoever.
But while you're there, you can go into the shed where we build bionic llamas.
Angela, hello.
Hey, how are you going?
Hey, Ange.
Hey, Ange.
Okay, who is it that's the conspiracy theorist?
So one of my best friends, actually, she's quite far-fetched sometimes with some of her stories.
Yeah. How exciting.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was January, Perth. I live in Perth, and we had a lot of fires going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she was trying to say, it's kind of funny how all the fires are, like, in the middle, and they're pushing everyone towards the ocean. So, like, these fires are going to keep happening, and then everyone's going to end up beside the ocean and have nowhere to go.
What do you mean?
Nowhere to go.
So the fires are pushing us to live by the ocean? Or
pretty much.
But
So
like
either,
none of us can afford to live by the ocean. So what happens?
What do you mean?
Exactly.
Oh,
She's
Well,
like,
you know,
nowhere
like,
to go. What do you mean nowhere to go?
It's like conspiracy theory, like the government's trying to, kill off a lot of the population or whatever.
Yeah.
So by having all these fires just magically appear, they're pushing everyone.
In heavy bushland, that.
So it's mostly lightning strikes.
If you can imagine Perth being one of those metal fire pits from Bunnings.
Yes,
yeah. So the fire's happening in the middle, and we're all having to flee to the rim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones that can't flee.
For absolutely no purpose?
No, we lose some in the way.
Okay, so that's a great one. Is that where it ends with her, or
is there more?
Yeah, pretty much. You either burn or drown, pretty much.
So, and when you have a friend like this, so we've heard from other people where it's family members, and so you're committed to them because they're family. But this is your friend. So when she starts saying this stuff, does it make you look at her differently, or you're like, oh God, I can't spend time with her, or I can't take her to a barbecue?
Not really. I just go, dude, that's a bit far-fetched. Like, come on.
Yeah, you can take her to a barbecue. She'll just be very far away from the barbecue.
That's right.
Near a cup of water.
Thanks, Ange. Tracy, hello.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Hi, good, Trace. Is there a conspiracy theorist in your life?
Oh, my God, yes. One of my best friends. It must be a best friends moment.
Yes.
My best friend is a clinical psychologist, and she's supremely intelligent, but she's a complete nutbag. So we embrace her wholly in our group and accept her strange diversity. It's teaching us tolerance.
What does she believe? What does she believe?
She believes that Reese Witherspoon, Oprah, Cameron Diaz, anyone with a prominent Adam's apple is actually a man. And that's some sort of government conspiracy cloning thing happening. She also believes some of the richest people in the world, like Trump and I don't know, I can't name any others.
Bezos, maybe, yep.
Elon absolutely. Musk. They are all part of an alien species called the reptilians.
Oh, the reptilians. We know the reptilians.
Absolutely. And, stuff like the COVID vaccine, we're all just getting microchipped, and then it's going to be part of the new world order in 2030 where we're all one world and You know, they're killing off all the stupid people in the meantime.
Oh, God, I'm in all sorts.
So, look, it just never ends. She sends me stuff constantly, and I just roll my eyes and go, yeah, whatever.
Tracy, okay, I have been around someone that like this, and the whole conversation is just about this, and you go down these rabbit holes, and it can take like hours because they don't want to stop talking about it because they want to try and convince you it's true. Is that what she does? Does she just go on and on about it?
She can, but we, as a group of friends now, know how to interrupt and redirect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a skill. That's a great skill.
Yes.
Yeah, it just gets too much. I listen for a little bit and placate her, but it just gets to a point we just have to change the subject.
And she legit sends you stuff. So she'll go, have a look at this website. Oh, my God.
What does she do? What does she do for a living?
She's a clinical psychologist. This is a supremely intelligent person.
Yeah, she is one of the most intelligent, amazing people that I know, but yeah, she's a complete nutcase.
And she has patience?
Yeah.
But, like, what if they come to her and they've got some whacked out story and she goes, oh, yeah, you're right.
That's
not right, is it?
Look, it's good entertainment for us.
Yes.
Okay, but probably a bad idea for her clients. Okay, that is so funny, Tracy.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.